your fiery speech in Parliament. We have to speak about this.
Which fiery speech was that?
Your response to the leader of the opposition.
Oh, what matter are you talking about?
His misguided assumption that just speaking
there are many of them
negatively.
Which misguided assumption?
The one that just speaking negatively about the findings of the constitutional reform.
Oh no, the parliamentary.
Yeah, the Parliamentary Reform Commission.
Yeah, he waffled in that one.
Yes, and he spoke about republicanism and us not having a Republican constitution. So then it's not really truthfully a breaking away from our old colonial masters. He who still has the title of KC attached to his name.
I wouldn't do that to him. That is true. But we don't have to break him in half. No, I think that with the best wishes in the world, the brother Ralph is missing the boat on that one. Look, as I said in Parliament, there's no mystery attached to this thing about a Republican constitution. And to make it very simple for folks to follow, and to demystify this thing, you have the United States of America, which is 249 years of republicanism. But this construct really allows for you to have executive power reside in the hands of the president in a way that is not allowed for under the Westminster model, which is what we practice in Barbados. So to have a Republican constitution sounds nice, and ultimately one will get a constitution that perhaps is revised in some way from the one we have. But it doesn't mean that ours is dysfunctional in any way, that ours is less useful. And there's a danger about this republicanism because, as I said, Donald Trump has governed by executive order. On day one of the beginning of his second presidency, he issued 21 executive orders. I don't want to appear to be partisan political about it, because it is not only true of him as a Republican president. President Joe Biden, on day one of his presidency, issued 15 executive orders. And this is just the president issuing an order which becomes law. And in the case of what Trump did, he would have issued laws that reverse previous laws, so that immigrants' rights were reversed in the United States by his executive order. And positions which were legislated by the Senate and the Congress as a whole on the climate change issues and climate legislation and environmental legislation in the United States reversed by the stroke of a pen. Now that cannot happen in Barbados. And so therefore the nonsense that is thrown out there about the Prime Minister being a dictator really and truly is disproven by virtue of the fact that she does not have the powers that would allow her to do the things that he claims is dictatorial. But in fact, the Republican Constitution that he says he wants would be a constitutional format or structure that will enable a person serving in that capacity to have powers well in excess of what now exists. I don't understand what Ralph is driving at in that regard. That is the honest truth.